What I'm going to show you now is how to demonstrate to get somebody out of the bed and sitting into the chair. But before we proceed with the manoeuvre, you have to make sure that the person you're moving has the physical ability to be able to help themselves, because you're just giving minimal assistance. If they're unable to do this, then you need to speak to your district nurse, who may be able to provide the appropriate equipment such as profiling beds, hoists, sliding sheets, etc. Anyway, we'll carry on. So if you like to just roll over towards me and just rest on your elbow, and at this point you can help just by bringing the legs over the bed and then bending down so you're not putting any strain on your back. Just place one hand on the shoulder, the other hand on the shoulder, and at the same time as you're sitting up, just transfer your weight from one leg to the other, and making sure that the person has a good sitting balance. Bring your legs round, and we're ready to transfer into the chair just by sitting down. Okay, now we're going to proceed to a standing position and then walk over to the chair and sit down. But first of all, just have a palm to palm hand hold. Try not to link thumbs, keep the thumbs separate, so this makes it easier if for any reason you get pinched or you need to quickly release your hands. So palm to palm hand hold, arm down the back. This will help with a slight pressure when doing an upward movement. And what we're going to do, we're going to say ready, steady, stand, and on stand we'll both stand up together. Okay, looking straight ahead, ready, steady, stand. Make sure the person's got their balance, then walk over to the chair. When you feel the chair on the back of the legs, just reach for the arms of the chair and gently sit down. And there we are, safely sat in the chair.
It's important to remember when someone is sitting in a chair that they can still get sore and uncomfortable, so it's probably sensible to use a pressure relieving cushion. These are available from your district nurse and they come in a variety of formats. I've got a very simple plain one here. Jane, could I ask you to stand for a minute for me? You need to be sure that the cushion is the right way around. It does actually say front and back, and you position that into the middle of the chair. It has a ridge in the middle which you need to be sure is in between the person's legs. So Jane, can I ask you to sit really on the square in the middle? And you're ensuring then that the person is nicely square in the middle with this ridge here. That helps to relieve the pressure and spread the weight evenly over the whole of the bottom rather than just on the lower part of the spine. You can use pillows to support the back and the shoulders if need be. Is that comfortable?
Yeah.
I'd just like to show you how to safely assist somebody to the front of the chair, ready to stand up. So kneeling in front of the person, keeping a straight spine and not trying to overstretch, and just have one hand on the side of the chair and then put your other hand on top of that hand, and with your outer arm just on the hip and one hand in the knee. And by placing Katie's hands together on the chair, this will help transfer the weight forward. Okay, and you just like to sit forward and just gently assist the hips forward. And then we'll go the other side. Bending down, one hand there, one hand there. Once again, try not to overstretch and reach too far forward. One hand on the hip, one hand on the knee, and just come forward. And then we're ready to stand. So Katie, if you'd like to put one hand on there, and always assist from the person's weakest side, which is Katie's left hand side. So what we're going to do, bend it down again, put the strong side foot out and bring that foot in, which will create a stable base. Using a palm to palm hold for safety reasons. Have one hand on the hip, just bending down slightly, one foot forward, and we shall go ready, steady, stand. Okay, just going to rock you. Ready, steady, stand. And walking in towards it, Katie, and then we're ready to walk away.
When someone's spending a lot of time in bed, it's extremely important to make sure that they're kept comfortable. That might mean having to move them every couple of hours, although it does depend on the individual. So you can change the position in many ways. First of all, sitting somebody up. If you'd like to come forward, Jane. And then what you can do is arrange the pillows. Quite often a V-shaped pillow is helpful to have. And you lie that on top of two pillows. And then just another one in the back to support and just help down. That enables the person to sit up for drinking and just to change position. That also relieves the pressure from the spine and some of the shoulders and the ears. Another position change is actually to have the person back flat. So using one pillow, two if they feel more comfortable, and gently down. And then what we're going to do is take a hand across, gently lift the knee, and just gently roll the person across. And then using pillows, one into the back, and a small one by the knee. That's making sure that you've got no pressure underneath here. This pillow is also relieving any pressure from the knee. Just that they're gently off their back and they're not too far over onto the hip. This means then that the weight is being distributed evenly across the body without putting too much pressure on this side. Are you comfortable there?
Yes, thank you.
After 2 hours, or when the time comes that Jane feels that she wants to be moved, then you can reposition following the same principles but turning Jane onto her other side. So you need to carefully remove the pillows and then assist in straightening the legs down. You need to make sure that you've got a reasonable amount of space between Jane's hips and the side of the bed to ensure that she remains safe. What you then need to do, put one arm across, bend the leg nearest to you up and just gently roll. You then pop a pillow into the back and another pillow in between the legs. Again, this is protecting the knees and the heels and the bottom from any pressure. If this wasn't particularly comfortable, what you can use as an alternative is a towel. It may be better to actually put it in a pillowcase just so that it's more comfortable, and again you just basically pop that between the knees and that reduces any pressure between the 2 points on the knee. There are lots of pieces of equipment that you can get from your district nurse or occupational therapist that may help in making repositioning easier. You can get backrests that help you with forming that comfortable chair position for the bed. You can also get pressure relieving mattresses which may lessen the need for you to have to move somebody. There are problems with using that on a double bed, so you may want to discuss these with your district nurse.